well. Now, when it comes to economic matters and when it comes to imports and exports, that's when we find that we are not really doing well as we are doing the political field. So this gap between the political level and the economic level has to be really settled within the framework of our first Tunisian Ugandan business forum. Thank you.
To the next question here is our ears rather to the next question here, which is why of all the countries did Tunisia look out for Uganda? Because you did mention you were supposed to be having this very forum last year, but it was pushed to this year because of COVID, a matter that we're also going to be talking about. But if you had to also take us through, why did you choose to actually go for Uganda in such an initiative?
Yeah, because with Uganda we have historical relations which go back to more than 58 years. Because Uganda, as I said, it's a key actor in the region when it comes to economic growth, and because we are complementary. We have some comparative advantages in Tunisia, but you have your comparative advantage here as well. So when, for example, in agricultural processing, you are good, whereas in the textile industry, in the electrical and mechanical industries, we are doing well in Tunisia. We are among the rare countries to have a free trade zone with European Union. So it is more interesting for our Ugandan brothers to deal with Europe through Tunisia instead of going directly and paying a lot of taxes and fees. So it's I told you, win-win relations between our two countries. And Uganda, the choice of Uganda is a rational choice because it's the pillar of Africa. It's in the center of Africa. When we are dealing with Uganda, we can deal with many other countries, the neighboring countries. And when we are dealing with Uganda, we know that there is political security stability. Okay, my sincere condolences for the victims of terror for this last terror attack. But we know that despite all these facts, or despite all these attacks, Uganda is very stable, very secure country, and we are really willing to deal with. So that's my answer.
All right, His Excellency, there is also this matter. We are in COVID times. Most of the investors have faced a very big challenge to come and invest in our country. If you're to look at that, if you're to look at the scenarios here in Uganda, COVID now, there is the Omicron variant. Weren't you scared of the fact that COVID may in one way or the other disrupt the business relations or the business, the ongoing of the business?
That's an intelligent question, but I will tell you that as African, we are courageous. We are known to be courageous people, whether in Tunisia or in Uganda. So we are real warriors. And between brothers and sisters within Africa, belonging to the same motherland, we are not having anything to scare about. We are within a family. So that's why we postponed it last year, and we insist to be here despite all these negative effects of COVID-19 to prove that really we are willing to work within our family, within our African family. So we are not scared at all.
Okay. So here, before I actually we actually got to meet up here in this interview, I've been telling the viewers here of the fact that, like you said, it's a win-win situation. Though, if you are to help us and break this down for us, yesterday I happened to see local traders during the business forum, but if you are to break it down for us, how are the Ugandan traders and the entrepreneurs going to benefit from this one, since it is a win-win situation? How are they going to benefit from the fact that we have over 20 companies that have come to Uganda from Tunisia?
Mhm. So as I told you, it's a win-win relation. It means that everybody has its a comparative advantage. As I told you, our economies are complementary. In Tunisia, we have emphasized during our more than 62 years of 65 years of independence, we have emphasized on industry and services, especially tourism business. The agriculture, even if it is very important for us and it constitutes one of the major sector of our economy, but it's not that developed as it is here in Uganda. But really, and even the agricultural products are different. You have coffee, tea here. You have among the best coffee in the world. So we want really to taste this coffee in Tunisia. Whereas we are among the first countries to export textile products, and we have very good quality of textile products. And we want our friends or our brother and sister here in Uganda to see them wearing our suits, our dresses, because we are importing to Europe. So why we don't export to Uganda, to our family, as I said. So instead of buying our coffee from auctions elsewhere in Europe or in the American continent, why we don't take it directly from Uganda? And why you have to go to France or to Rome or to London to get a Tunisian suit? So for all these reasons, really, I think that we need each other and we need to build our Africa. As I said yesterday, Africa belongs to Africans. And as African brother and sister, really, we have to put hands in hand in order to build our future together without the help or the assistance of anybody. We are here, we have many resources, human resources, natural resources, and we have everything to succeed. So let's do it.
His Excellency, something I think away from this particular discussion, I would say welcome to Uganda. But meanwhile, if you to tell the viewers out there, how long have you been in the country here? Because I want to put you in a local dialect and see whether you've at least got to know His Excellency, I'd like to ask something here. How long have you been in Uganda? Because I'd want to ask you something in the Luganda dialect that maybe you've got to understand. Maybe you've learned some few words in Luganda.
Unfortunately, it's my first time to Uganda, but it won't be the last. For sure, I will be here again and again because I'm still under the charm of your beautiful, beautiful city of Kampala and of Uganda in general. So for sure, and this is a promise from me, I will come back because really, I really like this country and the beauty of this country, and I know now, understand now why it is called the Pearl of Africa.
We are so happy to have you anyway, and we can definitely say.
Thank
Any
you.
last
I'm
few
happy
words
to.
you can definitely tell a viewer out there what they should expect from the Tunisian companies before we can actually say goodbye to you?
Can you repeat the question? I didn't get it.
Is any last few words that you can actually give to the Ugandan people as well as the Tunisians living in Uganda?
Yeah. As I have said, I don't want to repeat myself, but really I'm convinced that we can do a lot between each other. We can really make our cooperation an example for other African countries, because really we need to have this corridor between North Africa and East Africa. And I think that the choice of Tunisia and Uganda is a choice of reason, a choice of the heart, but it's a choice of reason. So really, everybody, whether it's from the Ugandan side or from Tunisian side, can find his interest in dealing with each other, because as I told you, We have many comparative advantages, and we have many agreements with other countries. As I told you, Tunisia has already, since 1995, a free trade agreement with European Union. So when you are coming to Tunisia to invest as a Ugandan company, you are sure that you won't have only the Tunisian market, but you will have as well the European Union market. We are also a member of the Arab Agreement. And within this framework, even for Ugandan companies, when they are coming to Tunisia, they have the possibility, the opportunity to deal directly with all other Arab countries member of this agreement. So you see, when you are part of some regional agreements, it means that you can, it can be beneficial for our brother and sister in Uganda. And I think it's the same. Tunisia now is member of COMESA and a member of the free trade zone, the African Continental Free Trade Zone. So together we can do better and benefit more of the opportunity offered by these agreements. Thank you.
You go, I'd like to just teach you one word here in Uganda. Normally when we say thank you in Uganda, we say webale nyo. So I don't know how people in Tunisia say thank you in the Tunisian.
It's like in Swahili, we say shukran, shukran.
And thank you for joining us. It has been a pleasure having you on the show, and truly, maybe, hopefully, we shall do this next time. And for all the viewers out there, that is the ambassador of Tunisia to Kenya and Uganda, His Excellency Hamid Hafsi Salim, and he was joining us from the Kampala Serena Hotel, digesting the matters of the Tunisia-Uganda delegation. And I hope you've got to understand why they are here, over 20 companies here that were actually here to pitch ideas and get the market for their products. It's a win-win situation for all of you as well. Mine is to make sure I drive your business and give you all the details. And yours is to give me the feedback. How do you do that? Follow on Twitter and Facebook at Smart24TV. The website is www.smart24tv.com. And tell you what, we can talk business. I'm Joran Paul-Sonko on social media, Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Till then, ciao, adios.